What is the cost of applause when your purpose demands silence? What happens when a steady hand, tasked with a sacred and singular duty, is tempted to become a spectacle? In the quiet corners of our lives, where integrity is measured not by notice but by consistency, a whisper can be more dangerous than a storm. It does not seek to break us with force, but to corrupt us with praise, to convince us that our silent, vital work is a cage, and that true glory lies in the frantic dance of recognition. We stand watch over something precious, our principles, our purpose, our peace. But then a voice arrives on the wind, admiring our strength only to expose a hidden, hollow vanity we never knew we possessed. And it asks, is it not a waste, to be so brilliant, yet so predictable? Upon the jagged teeth of a forgotten coast, a monolithic lighthouse stood sentinel. It was not known by a name, but by its function, the Spire. And at its peak, behind a crystalline array of lenses, pulsed its heart, a great lamp whose beam was a blade of pure, unwavering light. Every night, for centuries, its rotation was a perfect, metronomic promise. A slow, sweeping declaration against the chaos of the sea. Its purpose was not to be seen, but to help others see. This was its solemn, silent pact with the world. The Spire was proud, but its pride was in its flawlessness, its absolute reliability. One evening, the sea did not churn with rage. Instead, a different entity crept from the horizon. It was the fog, an amorphous, whispering shroud. It did not roar, it seeped. It did not challenge the light, it enshrouded it, tasting its edges. The beacon continued its turn, slicing through the grey vapor as if it were nothing. But the fog had a voice, a sound like silk being dragged over stone. Brave light, it hissed, the words condensing on the cold glass of the lantern room. So strong. So constant. A perfect machine. The Spire's beam did not falter. Duty was its language, and it did not speak the tongue of idle praise. The fog swirled, undeterred. But a machine is what they have made you. A tool. Your magnificent fire, a mere metronome. I have watched you from the deep. I have seen the fire within your heart glass. It does not wish to be a pendulum, it wishes to be a star. Night after night, the fog returned, its flattery growing more insidious. They rely on you, yes, it whispered, but do they admire you? Do the sailors sing songs of your predictable path, or do they simply use you and forget? You are more than a function. You are artistry. Imagine it, a pulse that matches the heartbeat of the tide. A flash that could outshine a comet. You would not just be a guide, you would be a legend. A celestial event. The Spire began to feel the immense weight of its own clockwork. The slow, rhythmic grind of its gears, once a sound of comfort and purpose, now felt like the turning of a prison key. The praise of the fog had planted a seed of poisonous vanity. The desire to be dependable was slowly being eclipsed by the yearning to be dazzling. It imagined the waves themselves ceasing their crash to witness its glory. It pictured the stars turning away in shame before its brilliance. The steady sweep of its beam felt pedestrian. One night, in a moment of profound, intoxicating arrogance, the Spire gave in. With an internal surge of power that shuddered its stone foundations, it broke free from the tyranny of its ancient gears. The beam stopped its measured rotation. For a breathtaking second, there was darkness. Then, a brilliant, strobing pulse erupted, shattering the night. The beam danced. It leaped across the clouds, painted frantic geometries on the face of the water, and pulsed in a wild, ecstatic rhythm. It was no longer a guide, it was a performance. And for a moment, it felt like apotheosis. But the ancient mechanism, designed for grace and endurance, was not built for such frenzy. The beautiful performance became a violent convulsion. With a final, agonizing shriek of tortured metal, the primary fulcrum of the rotational gear shattered. The great lamp froze, its beam locked in a useless, static stare towards an empty quadrant of the heavens. A terrible silence fell, broken only by the triumphant, thickening swirl of the fog. Having convinced the light to extinguish itself, the grey shroud rolled in, absolute and unopposed, blanketing the sea and the treacherous rocks in a blind, suffocating darkness. From the void came a new sound, the mournful, lost cry of a ship's horn, followed by the catastrophic splinter of timber against unseen stone. This is not merely a story of a lighthouse and fog, it is the quiet tragedy of competence seduced by the siren song of visibility. The spire is the dedicated professional, the meticulous craftsman, the silent pillar of a family, anyone whose value lies in their steady, often thankless, contribution. Their work is the bedrock, the unspoken guarantee that holds things together. The fog is the insidious culture of our age, the one that whispers that quiet excellence is invisible, and therefore, worthless. It is the voice of social media metrics, of corporate theatrics, of the desperate need for validation that equates applause with achievement. It praises our substance only to tempt us into superficiality. We are told to build a personal brand, to perform our success, to trade the deep satisfaction of our work for the fleeting euphoria of being noticed. And so, we break our rhythm. We abandon the patient craft in pursuit of the viral moment. We shatter our own internal mechanisms, our integrity, our focus, our peace, in a frantic dance for an audience that will forget us tomorrow. In the end, our light points nowhere, and the very darkness we were meant to hold at bay rushes in to fill the void we created. For in the grand machinery of the world, the most critical gears are not the ones that glitter, but the ones that turn with unwavering purpose in the dark. Their reward is not acclaim, but the simple, profound reality that because of them, the system holds. This is Filiarium, where timeless stories reveal enduring wisdom.